One, we record.
You know what it is, man. It's the Unbiased Podcast, episode number 12, or is it 13?
12.
12, episode number 12. I thought so, man. Hey, right now, we are still under desperate times. Desperate measures call for desperate things. So we're delivering you this quarantine episode. We're still under lockdown, but we got to reach out to the people, man. So just want to touch base with all my bros, man. How y'all niggas doing tonight, man?
Yeah.
Good, man. Good and blessed, man.
As you can see, man, I'm here with the whole game, man. We got D-Man's Pop, my man Bias Bud. Made 5K is out with us, my man King Jones. So the whole gang is here. So just typical shit, man. A lot going on in the world as we kind of navigate through these crazy times. How everybody doing, though, as far as the lockdown? Everybody's, y'all niggas staying safe, staying highly sanitized, staying 6 feet, keeping your social distance, or what?
No. At this point, no. You know, my job got that stimulus protection shit. So everybody got to come back to work. I be at work suited up. All the motherfucking white people around me.
So that show you right there, boom.
What?
Y'all niggas know how I am as far as the conspiracy theories and the race relations and shit like that. But it's crazy that when niggas didn't have the stimulus protection, niggas was at home, niggas was non-essential. But now that they got the stimulus package, niggas is essential all of a sudden. Come on, bring your ass to work. So it's just like, it tell you it's politics as usual if you read it how I read it.
I mean, you look at the guy out in Texas, the senator or governor. He said, "Man, we need to get the country back. If we die, we die." That's basically what he said.
That's definitely what he said.
He like, look, if you don't make it, he said, if you don't make it, that's on you. But we got to save this country. We got to get back to this money.
And you know, it might be some validity to what he's saying, though, to some degree.
Call that nigga Governor Drago. I mean, it is what it is in the sense of, you know, like, I understand certain people trying to get the economy up and back and moving. And when you look at the numbers, they're saying that this is taking the 2 percentile. So a lot of people look at that as like, oh, well, if it's knocking off the elderly, the sick and all this and that, that's kind of fucked up. But that's how these senators, these Republicans, some of these people that want things to get back moving is looking at it. Like, I was in town the other day and came out of the crib to go back home and saw the Trump, it wasn't a Trump rally, but all I saw was Trump supporters.
Yeah, it was a Trump rally.
Well, it was open the state back up because I seen it was like Democrats out there too, but from the most part of what I saw, a bunch of Trump supporters. And it's like, it made me think even past this, it made me think to the election, like, yo, Trump's so strong. Unless Michelle Obama run with Biden, I don't see nobody beating that man. But the conversation ain't about this. Quarantine times, we all still locked up. All of us is essential. We all still working. It is what it is.
Do any of y'all niggas do y'all feel like, have y'all got to a point where you feel like you got cabin fever or stir crazy where it's just like, you know what, fuck it, I got to get out the house by any means necessary?
Not me, because I'm truthfully.
I never stop moving.
Yeah, we know, Bud. But truthfully, you know, I work every day, so I don't really have cabin fever. I think the biggest thing for me is I don't do shit anyway, but now you telling me I can't do it, so I want to do it. Like, that's what I'm going through. Like, don't tell me I can't do something. Like, I can't go to the bar? That's crazy. I at least want to get a drink or be around just people. So I think that's the biggest part for me. But overall, I'm fine, man. I'm in the crib, laid back, man. I'm just trying to live for real.
You know, a nigga like me, I be doing quarantine kickbacks. So I abide by guidelines and shit like that. But my life has been my life pretty much consistently the same. Like, I ain't really much changed. I don't be really like going around a whole bunch of people. But at the same time, like, if I was with you before these guidelines came out, shit, I'm going down with you too.
So let me ask you a question though, Bud. I understand you might be around the same people, but you never worry about who those people are around and bringing that shit around you?
And I'm going to say, I got two answers for that. My respectful answer first. That's how my mom feels, that's how my sister feels, that's how a lot of people feel. And I totally respect their feelings on that because you don't know who somebody's around and you don't know what somebody's doing when they're not around you. My personal feelings on that and how I live my life, if I can't control shit, I don't stress it. Now, I can't control who I'm around, but I can't control who they're around. If I'm allowing you around me, I'm allowing you around me. If you taking it to me, you also taking it to your kids too. So shit, it ain't like you disrespecting me.
The fuck did he just say? Yo, Jones, get your man, yo. Get your man, Jones.
I'm just saying, like, because people have looked at me and told me I'm tripping. Like when we did the, we'll get into it when we talk about the We Care Challenge. Like when I didn't have my mask on, when I didn't have gloves on.
That wasn't on you though.
No, I get it, and we'll get into that. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people see certain things I do, or like how when me and you had our little battle, and they see 5 people over here with me. It was people who really hit me up like, hey, bro, are you not taking this serious? I'm like, yo, like,
bro,
man, listen, I get it.
Bud.
I get it.
It wasn't 5 people. It was 25 people.
Nah,
you had the Teddy Riley backdrop, and I was like, face.
Man, Teddy had a background dancer and 3 friends, man.
You had Mike. That was the background dancer.
And Mike Sauce, Dory, and Yana.
And don't forget Dot, Jones. You had
Dot came late. Jones came late.
Your father dropped it. Your father was security.
I came and said you won and left. You was winning and left.
So that's the point I'm making, buddy.
I won.
Buddy, you did have the whole Teddy Riley get up, though.
Man, listen, it ain't about me, man. Either way, to answer your question, it is serious. I'm not sitting here trying to act like it's not, because I don't want people to take this and act like people ain't dying. It's very serious, but like I told somebody else before, I'm going to say it now. If we get through this living your way, and I get through this living my way, then we both got through this. That's all that matters.
The only point we trying, I just, it's really weird when it hits home and you don't even know it's home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really weird that one day people is okay and the next day you like, what? I ain't even know that. You know what I mean? So that's what makes me just more cautious when it's people that you know that's affected by it. It's just like you got to just slow it down a little bit. I ain't in no rush. So that's me personally.
Major facts.
Now in that same, Buddy just kind of alluded to it with the Teddy Riley versus Babyface situation. One of the things that's been going on as we under quarantine, a lot of, social media and internet entertainment and Swiss Beats and Timberland, they probably so far are the MVPs of these quarantine times. Like, they got the shit lit right now with the versus situation. Them and Tory
Quarantine coordinators. Quarantine coordinators. That's what I like to call them.
Them and Tory Lanez probably got it the most lit under these times. But did everybody watch the Babyface versus Teddy Riley situation?
I watched. Hey, let me go first, right? We watched the first one. It wasn't. It was.
That shit was legendary.
Yes, we needed the memes. Them memes, yo.
Them shit.
If you haven't already, go on Facebook and look Teddy Riley versus Babyface. That shit is launching.
The memes, Teddy Riley, yo. He need his ass beat still for that day.
Teddy Riley is the real winner out of all of this.
You can look at it like that.
Yo, them memes, yo, like, I haven't seen a meme that good in a while, yo.
But now with that said, though, once they actually got it popping, I know, Bud, in the group chat for a minute, you had said that Teddy Riley was fucking Babyface up. Did you still feel that way when it was all said and done?
It's almost, when I said that, I also said this. I feel like it's a battle of preference. Like, one person gonna make you dance, the other person got a lot of love ballads and love songs. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like Babyface won based off of just the strength of his records, in my opinion. Like I told y'all the other day off camera, I'm still pissed Teddy Riley ain't play Remember the Time. But
he didn't get around to it.
Yeah, that's crazy that you don't get around to your biggest song. But either way, let me finish. But I will say I give it to Babyface, but I also look at it like Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh. Teddy Riley created a genre. Babyface had the best label with some classic albums. But Teddy Riley created a whole genre of music. So I feel like the vibes and shit that he was giving us is a one-on-one because he was like the creator of that shit. So I give it to Babyface, but like I said, I think Teddy Riley was a true winner. Even the fuck-up day and the day when he came back on his shit. I just feel like he was a true winner of it all. Humor, bad, good, all of it. Babyface is just a cool motherfucker with no pants on. Got to give him his props.
Man, I feel like everybody won. I don't feel like there's really no loser. Like, Man, like, come on, yo, these niggas like legit stopped the world.
That's
Like
a
8 o'clock, nigga. We was tuned in, niggas' phones was fucked up. Niggas was finding other devices to log into.
I'm in there with Michelle Obama.
Right.
First
I'm in
time
the
I
same
couldn't get
room
into
with
Instagram.
Michelle.
First time
Right.
ever I couldn't get into an IG live. That shit was crazy.
You talking about 4 million people came through the joint? We all won.
Niggas had bootleg sites to see this.
Listen, I've been playing. I got Buddy make the playlist. I've been listening to the playlist for 2 days.
I'm gonna be honest. To me,
yo. I'm playing that shit on Friday when I get paid.
Yeah, to
that
me,
nigga been Johnny Kemp. That's fucking that's Babyface Evans. That nigga been listening to Johnny Kemp for 48 hours.
Yeah, them TV things down. I gotta meet that nigga. That nigga cooler than me.
Yeah,
that nigga Babyface a cool motherfucker.
Cool motherfucker, yo.
I'm gonna tell you
Yo,
something.
say, mate.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like just from watching that, yo, it made me appreciate. I knew Babyface was legend. I knew Teddy Riley was legend. But once Teddy Riley started to get like into his catalog, I'm like, yo, you did this Keith Sweat? I ain't even know this. Like you did, you know what I mean? Certain things. So for me, the winners are Bobby Brown's first album, because them niggas did the whole album. The motherfucker Keith Sweat, Tony Braxton, Tevin Campbell, like them the real winners. Like these niggas made y'all legendary.
Nah, you can.
And they brothers.
I ain't gonna let you do that to Keith Sweat, because Keith Sweat, he got his pen game nice too. We just talking about Johnny Kemp. He broke that Johnny Kemp song.
But I'm just saying, like, just on the level of the most impactful music we've heard to this day, like Usher, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, like Babyface, that's his pen. Drew Hill.
Shav. Before Shav talk, I gotta piggyback off what May said. He's absolutely right. Because when you watch these battles, the winners, like Tavon said, we all win. But when you watch, for instance, when you watch Dream versus Sean Garrett, Beyonce won that night.
And Jay-Z.
When you watch Boy Wonder versus Hit Boy, Drake and Jay-Z won that night. Like when you realize how much certain producers work with certain artists, it makes you really sit back and look at how crazy some of these artists' catalogs is. Right. So it's like we all win.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say, if I'm gonna judge them two, I felt like Teddy came through with a whole different game plan than that bullshit he pulled Saturday. It was great. He came out
swinging. He came out swinging hard.
Yeah, but when Babyface said, "Oh, I don't do remixes," I knew it was over because he just started hitting them with number ones. Hey, the white boy number ones, like
that nigga Babyface was throwing shade all night, low key though.
Low key, go, cool nigga, yo. But it was one for the ages right there.
Nigga said, you know what? While we wait for him, I'm gonna just play a song, but I ain't gonna play no R&B.
I'm gonna play the white song.
Hey, question for y'all. Question before we move on from this one. I don't know if anybody caught it, but Swiss Beats was on live, amped up, because they was seeing in a lot of people was shitting on him and Timberland after the first one went wrong, and when this one went right, they was in a bag. So the talk says is that next up, if it works the way they want it to, it's gonna be Diddy and Dre for pay-per-view. Would y'all pay?
I would pay $5 in a heartbeat, but it would have to be a lineup. It would have to be a lineup.
So you wouldn't pay 20. You wouldn't pay 20 for Diddy and Dre for 2 hours.
They would. I feel like they would have to be together in the same room.
I think all that will happen.
Right.
I don't know that I want to pay $20. I don't know that I'll pay anything for that shit.
That's fair. That's why I'm asking, Chef, because I know I would in a heartbeat.
No, the reason why
you could pay $20 to hear music that you already fucking heard.
But absolutely, I pay $20 to go into a club I pay $20 to go into the clubs, and the chances is I'm not leaving with nothing that I ain't coming in with.
But you know what the good thing about actually doing this though, Chev, is when you start hearing the backstories on how these songs even came about. Just how you hear like Tony Braxton and Tevin Campbell was like, "Yo, I wanted that song that made you great," and
which also shows how thorough Babyface and L.A. Reid was at the time. These niggas was just writing and producing hits and like just giving them to whoever. You want one? All right, you want one? All right, I got you. You want one? It was just giving out hits.
But even Teddy Riley with the high five, he was like, I met some youngins and I'm like, oh, this is for y'all. And that I like that's
The
a
way.
banger
Hey,
forever.
I'm gonna say this also though. I'm not mad at anybody that want to give Teddy Riley the win on the grounds of diversity, on the fact that he got more
Boxing's on the head.
fire and the whole joint. You belong to the city.
I got a question. Do Teddy Riley really get credit for that Janet Jackson all because he remixed the original song with the same lyrics?
You heard what Faye said.
Because Babyface could have put out the Hovey Baby.
Yeah. He could have played, I thought he was going to play Always Be My Sunshine for sure. I thought he was going to rebuttal with that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a perfect rebuttal.
He could have played the comfortable joint with Wayne.
So
I feel like it go down to Manny Fresh in them, like how they was criticizing Scott Storch if he only did the drums, or how they consider, like, it's to me, if you was a part of the record, then you can do it. It's like people was criticizing Neo against Jonte for playing his own songs. But fuck it, I wrote it, I sung on it.
no.
What's the difference of me writing for somebody else if I wrote my own song, produced my own song? Like, what's the difference?
No, you're a fool to
I
criticize.
got a question though. So, all right, do you think they should have thrown out some of Bobby Brown's songs? Because some of them songs Teddy produced and Babyface wrote them.
Nah, play it. Whoever play it first. If Alchemist and Havoc go against each other, it's gonna be like 3 or 4 songs. That's like, damn, who gets to play it? Split it in half. You play 2, I play 2. At the end of the day, we both contributed.
But wasn't it one battle where they said we can't play a song because we both did it?
They did. I forgot what battle that was. They
Lil
said it
Jon
in the beginning.
Lil Jon and T-Pain, they couldn't do a song because they both did it.
And they should have played that shit at the same time together. Like, fuck it.
But what I do love hearing the backdrops of it. Like Babyface kind of had stories behind the reasons why certain songs got to certain people, or the way he crossed paths. So I love that.
So
can you imagine Diddy and Dre going at each other in the backstory? Be like, yeah, when we made Going Back to Cali, I was like, fuck y'all niggas. Like, imagine, like, Diddy ain't gonna say that, but like, imagine the stories of like Dre and Diddy. Like, that shit.
So as it stands to this point, even though Teddy Riley and Babyface had the most, viewers at one time, would y'all say it was the best battle so far? At this point, which y'all think is the best battle?
I think let's go first.
Good.
I'm going with this one because these tantalizing vibes. That's my type of shit.
Y'all know I don't answer anything directly, so I got 2 answers. As far as substance, I don't think nothing was better than this and Jonte and Neo. I think they were done the best. I think it was the smoothest. If you eliminate Saturday's fuck up, this battle and the Jonte Neo joint was the best. As far as like the smoothness of it, just the artwork, and the shit that they done. But for me personally, which one I enjoyed more, probably either the Swiss and Timberland or Boy Wonder, and probably Swiss and Timberland. It was first. I watched that whole joint. It might have been the only one I watched from beginning to end. Every time it cut off, every time it cut back on, I watched the entire thing. So probably Swiss and Timberland for me.
I think the best one was this. Musically, to me, the best one was this. Like this to me, this one carried eras. Like it carried us from the 80s up to the early 2000s of like impact, the 90s. Like it was that strong. I think Jonte and Neo, to me, had some of my favorite songs in their catalog. But I was so surprised by Sean Garrett and Dream, just to see what they really did, especially Sean Garrett. So I think those were the best.
For me, I'm gonna go with the Lil Jon and T-Pain, just off the strength.
I'm happy you mentioned it.
That bitch was just high energy, high impact the whole night, and it really brought it out. Like, yo, these niggas truly got bangers. And out of all of the verses to this point, this one felt like an actual celebration. Like it was truly no losers that night. Like,
you there, Shay? What happened?
Say RZA and Primo. I thought you was going there with it.
Bong bong.
Bong bong.
What I can say is
I felt like see, the thing was for me, a lot of that Wu-Tang shit, I already got a Wu-Tang playlist that I listen to probably once or twice a year anyway. So hearing that shit wasn't like that impactful to me. And I thought Primo left a lot on the board. He left a lot of shit that he didn't play that he could have. So I was a little disappointed in that battle.
The worst was French and Tory Lanez. I ain't care for that.
They don't even count. That wasn't even a versus battle. They don't count.
They could have threw that bitch in the trash.
They don't count. They ain't even a part of the versus shit. They don't count.
Speaking of which, that's the perfect transition. Because anybody that's been paying attention over the last couple of days, I'm sure you've seen French Montana and Young Thug going back and forth. They've been throwing a little smut on each other's names. Real quick, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I listened to the playlist, yo. How y'all judging this right now? Do y'all even want to see French Montana versus Young Thug versus?
Nope.
I don't care for it, but man, I'm a fan of Thug. I don't care for it. But Thug, when you might hear, see the way Jones say nope, but then you might hear Thug catalog, you're like, yo, this was my shit, though.
Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with Thug. I just don't want to hear French Montana.
For me personally, I kind of agree with them. It's kind of like what Jones said. Like right now, Maul from the Joe Budden podcast, Rory and Maul doing Lil Wayne versus Fabulous mixtape battle right now. And I sent it to Jones, and the first thing he said was, "It's dope," but I wish the artist was doing it. When it come down to like rappers going at each other for songs, unless it's like the big guys, like I don't think I want to see it either. Like I would love to see Jay-Z and Nas pick what they believe is their favorite best 20 with like a cigar blowing and the shit just look real elegant and rich. I don't want to see these niggas. I don't even think Thug and French really like each other at this point. I don't really want to see that shit. It's just drama. And it's all opinionated when you get down to it. Like, these niggas ain't really like, this shit should be reserved for the niggas that's truly, truly hit niggas. And not saying they not, but they not the legends. Like, this shit need to be for legends only.
No,
and I ain't saying they won't be. They might be street legends. And Thug's resume is continuing to grow. But I agree with Jones. It's not something that I need to see under the versus title. Keep that shit for legendary niggas. Jermaine Dupri's, the Jay-Z's, like, we want to see the big dogs, man. People that we grew up on. I don't want to see these young niggas. Not yet. 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even want to see Usher and Chris Brown, how everybody wants. Like, I could care less for that. As crazy as it sounds, because I know Usher, once Usher play that Papers, Chris Brown ain't got nothing to compete with that.
Shit,
that bitch trip.
Superstar.
Hey, and I love Breezy. I think Breezy the GOAT, but Usher got some ballads.
But nah,
Papers ain't nothing but Deuce's B-side.
But nah, though. The thing with that is, Chris gonna be in the fight strictly off the volume of music. He got way more music than Usher.
Right.
Man, Chris got 20. Chris can play. This is how dope Chris shit is. Chris can play 20 dance songs. Chris can play 20 ballads. Chris can play 20 pop songs. Chris can play. It's too much.
But as much as I
Usher,
love
my
Breezy,
favorite singer ever.
But as much as I love Breezy, yo, and I think Breezy catalog is amazing. I think when Usher put those top 20 bangers together, can't too many niggas mess with him. Not even
Chris
Breezy.
Chris
Breezy catalog might be wide and strong, but when Usher hits you with the "You Got It Bad" to "Nice and Slow,"
say that.
to "My Way," to "Yeah."
Breezy got those though.
Breezy don't have those. Breezy has songs. He don't have
Breezy
those.
No, Breezy got some shit though.
But he don't have those. That's what I'm saying. Breezy
those.
got some shit, Jones.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I said this is the thing. Breezy got a lot. He can keep up, but this is the problem. Breezy also got misses. Usher don't have no misses from the field, yo.
You
that nigga
crazy.
Usher don't miss. What's his misses?
Usher hasn't put together a great album since the Versus album. And that wasn't even great. Since I would probably say the album when he got married and people just like stopped liking him. Because that album after Confessions is fucking fire. But people don't even act like they like that album.
Zaytoven though.
Here I stand.
No, the Zaytoven joint rock, but who heard it? You ever heard them songs on the radio?
You say you had to put together a great album.
No. I'm saying for me, I like the album, but it didn't touch nobody. And she came and went.
It's all preference, but if you think the album was great, then the album was great.
Bro, but it's great to. We can't pick our personal opinions when you have arguments like this. It's gonna be the 20 songs people know. If Usher played those 7 songs against Chris Brown in the comments, people can say, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, what they can do when he play that Moving Mountains or that Love in the Club with Jeezy, like Usher shit just crazy.
Or that Here I Stand.
The Here I Stand. No,
Oh, that
What happened when Breezy? What's that when Breezy play "Fuck You Back to Sleep" and fucking "Take Me Down"?
Okay, Breezy got those. What are you gonna do when Usher play that .com? That's the GOAT of fucking the .com.
Listen, Breezy could do what Usher did.
What, nigga?
No. Breezy could do what Teddy Riley kept doing in Babyface. Like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. You play .com. What can he play to compete with Transform You? What can he play to compete with all the dance songs? Usher might got 5 dance songs. What can he do to compete with all the shit
he
that
has
Breezy
the
got?
biggest dance song ever. Yeah. The biggest dance.
Yeah.
It changed R&B on the spot.
Yeah,
you want to hear over
Transform You, buddy.
Man, I'll put it like this. You put on. If it's some white people in the chat, they might fuck with it. Black people is picking Transform You and
You're crazy. You're
Look
crazy.
At Me Now over there.
You're
I love
crazy.
50 Cent. A nigga's not gonna take In the Club over other records.
You're crazy.
I love In the Club. In the Club is like yeah.
What are you gonna do with
Oh my God,
what are you gonna do when that Lover and Friends? The Lover and Friends drop.
Lovers and Friends is fire.
Banger.
Those two.
Banger.
He don't have it. Yo, Usher. If Usher play that same girl with R. Kelly though.
And then, buddy, you talk about Usher ain't had no bangers in it. He just had to joint the going nowhere.
Nigga, that was before the albums I'm talking about. That was in the
when that Climax dropped after he got married.
And that's after that. I'm saying that's on the album that's not that great. That album ain't that great, my nigga.
But bro, the point I'm making is
he got a banger though. He keep bangers.
The point I'm making
I'm talking about whole albums. Usher's my favorite R&B singer. It was a point in time from 8701 to My Way, 8701, Confessions, Here I Stand, I Agree With You, No Misses.
That might be in all honesty, them 4 albums might be the greatest expression of one singular R&B artist in the history of R&B.
Hold on. You forgot Usher got the You Don't Have to Call banger. If you line up 20 songs, Usher
Chris Brown got
minutes left, huh?
I don't know. It's saying 9 minutes left for some reason today.
Oh, they cutting us down? Well, I mean, shit. Let's keep it moving then.
How long we been on here?
I don't know.
Probably about.
Hey,
I don't know. Been off and on so much.
I'm a real hood nigga. It's saying upgrade for. It's saying upgrade. I ain't got the upgrade money, so we good.
No, so as we move along though, what and aside from the verses, what else y'all been keeping yourselves entertained with? Any series or movies or shows y'all recommending right now?
Nah, I don't know. You can't ask me because I don't watch TV.
I finished Ozarks. That joint a missile, and I'm on this joint called Outer Banks right now on the Netflix tip.
I haven't seen Outer Banks, but that Ozark is definitely torched. That bitch fire.
I've been to the Outer Banks. Beautiful place.
No, that's where it takes place at in Outer Banks. It's actually a good ass not even a documentary. It's a good ass series for real.
St. Mary's Beach Week was at the Outer Banks. Good times, you know. We ain't go to Ocean City like you broke blacks.
Hey. Let's jump this off. You know, last episode Jones said we should get out here and start, dropping shit off to essential workers. I think it's time for essential workers to drop some shit off to us now.
The weekend challenge definitely has taken on a life of its own right now. This shit kind of lit.
Yeah, man. I just want to actually take this time out to thank everybody that donated, man. Even if we can't thank each individual personally, but man, the way Jones and Bud pulled up on so many people, and Chev got into the mix, and I finally got to hit the ground running with y'all a little bit, man. People are happy for real, man. Just to show. And shout out to Young Bill too, because the legend out there doing the same thing. And people just really happy just that people showing that they care. So what I mean.
No, and that's what it's really all about, bro. Like it's not about any particular dollar amount or no type of money that's involved. It's really all about everybody showing, paying it forward. Everybody showing that they are willing to contribute and acknowledge that somebody else is putting their life on the line and putting their health at risk. So, you know what I mean? I really am grateful for all of the opportunities. And, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the things that we talked about between the four of us is our goals for 2020 was to get more involved in the community. So I definitely can't be more proud and more honored to get out there and touch people and make it help. So thank y'all for the, inspiration and the actual, no more talk. Putting actions behind it, so
Facts.
And thank everybody else for their involvement.
Facts. And the one thing I can say is, Chick-fil-A expensive as fuck.
You ain't never lying. You all that motherfucking money for that lemonade.
That bitch like $15.
Yeah. For me personally, man, y'all pretty much said everything already, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's giving us donations. Shout out to all the healthcare providers that's allowed us to come help them. Shout out to the mothers in the neighborhoods that we went and touched. Robin Wood and 20 the other day. Great idea, Jones. Give it up to Jones, man, for just the idea. Not saying that one of us wouldn't have came up with it, but you were the person that said it at the end of our last Zoom episode. And we got off the phone the next day and we went at it, man. The city's showing us big love. Money still pouring in. So thanks to everybody, man. We not gonna stop. I would love for y'all to start to follow directions and throw out places for us to go, because we asking y'all to send us in a direction. So, keep on giving us y'all opinions. Keep on showing love. And we out here to help people, man. Hopefully y'all watch this episode, because I don't even know if y'all really watched the last episode. But if you watch these episodes, fuck with us, man. We trying to help people. We trying to keep it going. We don't know how long we going to be in these times. Governor Hogan saying that Maryland's staying locked down. We're not listening to Trump. So we're going to be in this time for at least another month.
Shout out to Hogan, too, yo. Like, I don't know if y'all want to get involved in that political process, that Republican versus Democrat shit, but Hogan is definitely, he's showing that it's not about.
Come to the cookout, huh?
Yeah, he's showing it ain't even about that political process. It's about doing the right thing. He's a good man, dog. I appreciate Governor Hogan, straight up.
But you also know Hogan, he's very much at risk because he was diagnosed with cancer probably like 4 or 5 years back. So
absolutely,
Hogan ain't fucking around.
And that nigga flew to Korea, putting his life on the line to help out for his state. So I gotta give him credit. I know we a Democratic state, but gotta give credit when credit is due. Shout out to the man.
Shout out Hogan.
We rolling down. We got 4 minutes, right? So
you go ahead, give yours.
What we doing?
You ain't said nothing about the weekend challenge yet. If you wanted to say something.
Oh no, I'm just saying, man. I appreciate all the support that we be getting from the people. Basically, y'all said everything already. Big shout out to y'all, because even more so to make this happen, we all taking time out of shit that we got going on, to make these things happen. So
right. Well, being that you missed how we give it up, you might as well kick it off since we only got 3 minutes.
Man, I don't know. I ain't even got nobody to give it up to, man.
I'll kick it off.
Go ahead. I
really don't got nobody to give it up to, so I'm gonna just be real random since we got limited time. Giving it up to my son, man. These quarantine times allow me to just spend 3 weeks with my boy. And if you're in a relationship that didn't work and you got a child that live out of state, every day ain't glorious for you. So these times, working 1 day a week, 2 days a week, it allowed me to spend day to day with my boy. And Chev is doing down there on the bottom right. So giving it up to Donovan Davis, man.
I got something though. I'm gonna give it up, to I don't really care like what it's for, like this on the stimulus package shit. I'm giving up to them. I'm giving up to Trump.
Trump.
No, listen though, because for instance, my hours been cut back at my job, whatever. So like I said, beginning of the episode, how they got the the protection joint. So now I'm getting my guaranteed money no matter how many hours I work. I can work 4 hours, 3 hours, not come to work at all. Next 2.5 months, I'm gonna get that money, which is a stress reliever. Because you don't know, because the way the shit was going before, you didn't know how long this shit was gonna last.
Facts.
I agree. Want me to go, Chad?
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna give it up to the homeboy that work in the seafood department down Johnstown Bay Ridge, man, for hooking me up with that crab meat, man. He said, hey, he said that bitch was real limited, and he threw an extra can in there for a nigga. So
What it was? It was jumbo lump.
it was regular lump. It wasn't jumbo, but she
But I
got the
think
job
it done.
done. You feel me? So
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
out to
like
yo,
the
man. Appreciate you.
And yeah, for me, man, I'm gonna give it up to also I don't want to say too much on the social media because they might be watching, nigga, but I definitely want to give it up to my employer for keeping us paid throughout this whole quarantine lockdown, because niggas have definitely been getting their regular salary and doing very minimal work. And I appreciate that because they could have had us furloughed or they could have had us
Right.
laid off or whatever, but you know, they try to find busy work for us to do conference calls and modules and online and whatever. But I appreciate the fact that every 2 weeks we got something to look forward to. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, that I could work for a company like that. So now moving forward, I definitely will have, be a little bit more mindful of how grateful I am on the day-to-day because that's a good company that will do shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right, man. So,
How much time, Jones?
man, we less than a minute, man. So we gonna have to
Final words.
Man, let's wrap this shit up, man. Appreciate the people for tuning in. Like,
My final
like,
words
share,
is
subscribe.
my final words is damn, I just had them in my mind. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you in the house because you have to be. To lead, you also have to follow. Be humble.
Hey, my last words is, man, shout out to all the TSA agents that's burning bitches up like my man doing Issa on Insecure.
She got rid of that nigga episode 2 though. But that thick was I ain't even say that.
Pause. That's my final word. Pause.
We out of here.
Hey, yo, bud is crazy, yo.
A little bit. She said it.
That nigga Buzz.